Let's talk about stomach 25, the heavens pivot, Tianshu, a front collecting point or an alarm point. Stomach 25 is located too soon lateral to the umbilicus. How to find? Measure too soon lateral from the center of the umbilicus. For reference, on the abdomen, tooth soon lateral corresponds to the midpoint between the anterior midline and the mammillary line. Located on the same level are REN 8, kidney 16, spleen 15, GB 26. So that's the location. These are located on the umbilicus, 0.5 soon lateral to the umbilicus, the mammillary line or 4th soon lateral to the umbilicus, at the level of the umbilicus and directly inferior to the free end of the 11th rib, respectively. Needling of stomach 25 should be done vertically, 0.5 to 1.5 soon. For gynecological disorders, needled obliquely in an inferior direction towards the uterus. Caution, peritoneum pregnancy. The needle may reach the aponeurosis of the oblique abdominal musculature at the transition to the sheath of the rectus abdominis muscle. Actions, indications of stomach 25, regulates the spleen, stomach, and intestines, eliminates dampness and clears damp heat, eliminates stagnation. Special feature, it's the front move point of the large intestine, important point for disorders of the GI tract. Stomach 25 is a very frequently used point. It can be used in all excess patterns of the stomach, giving rise to abdominal rather than epigastric problems such as abdominal distension and pain. It is particularly indicated to stop diarrhea from spleen deficiency. As a front move point, it is especially indicated in acute patterns of the large intestine. When used with direct moxibustion, stomach 25 tonifies and warms the spleen and the intestines and is a special point for chronic diarrhea arising from spleen-yang deficiency. In this case, it is combined with REN 6 and stomach 37. In the context of diseases from invasion of exterior wind heat, stomach 25 is an important point to use in the bright-yang stage of the 6-channel pattern identification, or at the Chi level of the 4-level pattern identification. In these cases, stomach 25 is combined with Li11. From a psychological point of view, it is effective in mental irritation, anxiety, schizophrenia, and mania when these are due to a stomach disharmony, particularly excess patterns of the stomach, such as phlegm fire in the stomach. An important characteristic of stomach 25 compared to the ones mentioned is that it affects the uterus and menstruation, and it is frequently used for painful periods to move qi and blood. This point resolves dampness in the intestines and edema. As stomach 25 resolves dampness, it may also treat diarrhea from dampness. Stomach 25 is therefore a very important point for diarrhea, as it can treat both that from spleen deficiency and that from dampness. Consider this point essential to treat all bowel problems. For these diseases, combine stomach 25 with bladder 25, stomach 37, and stomach 39. Summary: stomach 25 is used in all excess patterns of the stomach, giving rise to abdominal problems rather than epigastric. Stops diarrhea from spleen deficiency, especially indicated in acute patterns of the stomach and intestines. An important point to use in the bright yang stage of the 6-channel pattern identification or the Chi level of the 4-level pattern identification to clear interior heat in stomach and intestines. From a psychological point of view, stomach 25 is effective in mental irritation, anxiety, and agitation due to a stomach disharmony, particularly excess patterns of the stomach, like phlegm fire in the stomach. Stomach 25 affects the uterus and menstruation, and it is frequently used for painful periods to move qi and blood. Stomach 25 resolves dampness in the intestines and edema. Although stomach 25 is obviously on the stomach channel, it is more important as a point for the intestines. It is the front mu point for the large intestine. It also affects the uterus.